and gentlemen, Octagon side are Saul Yamato, Chris Lee, and Ron McCarthy. Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, Nevada. 5 rounds for the
Ariani, Edith, ready. Target Center, Minneapolis, Minnesota.
60 tall, weigh in at 185 pounds. Wow. And now introduce half pounds, fighting out of Auckland, New Zealand.
Want to obey my commands at all time, want you to protect yourselves at all time. Want to touch close, good job. See you in the corners.
Like this.
Man, it's nothing like a UFC championship on pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Early, he is in the black and gold, befitting a champion.
Look at Yoel.
I don't. Yeah.
Adesanya believes that this fight is going to be a battle of rhythm. I got to.
He understands that Yoel wants to fight at a slower pace.
The one thing that he hasn't used, I mean, he's such a spectacular wrestler, but
He does so. Maybe that's the idea, but he has to find a way to
strike.
this crowd's spoiled.
Yeah, I mean,
Look his way into striking range.
in the past. And right now he's just trying to find Yoel's timing. I mean, with Romero, you got to choose, right? Like, pump.
He's touched it a couple times.
Bag. Izzy has to start to really let himself go a little bit. We were at about 600 strikes in the last one. I mean, do this for 5 rounds.
Well, MMA is the theater of the
High score that round.
which discourages 10-10s to such an extent.
Boom. Oh my goodness.
I feel pretty good to have those 5 minutes in the can without much.
That's about as good as it gets for a guy that doesn't want to put out too much of a saying how Mike Brown.
Adesanya hit.
He just defies what people think of.
Stronger. I mean, and you've sort of intimated as much, Joel.
You're also trying to steal this thing from him. He's starting to close the range a little bit. I know it puts him in a little more danger.
Such a nuanced attack.
Seeing Romero finish all those guys, you understand that the risk is so.
Romero with a lot of pressure.
Oh my goodness.
Shut him down. But it's almost like he refuses to use that rest. This guy's on his, last title shot, you got to imagine.
Bernard Hopkins, he said, thought till he was 51.
He's a little bit further away from Romero in those counters. Because Romero's not countering.
If this approach from Romero has surprised them a little bit, by Adesanya. Between rounds, but Joe, you maybe saw something.
Yeah, you can see this tripped him and got him up against the cage.
Up again, so if you're Izzy, you just start throwing those kicks again. Oh, and in numerous fights. I mean, no, right? He's mixing up his kicks. He's throwing them high, he's throwing them low.
Pace, and then out of nowhere, just launch on you. Well, he's been stung a couple times now, but he survived it. But he doesn't wrestle. It really is.
Oh! Left hand from Rub in round 3. Body kick is good.
Oh! Partisan kickboxing. And he got caught with a right hand to the body. Izzy's picking up the pace a little bit here. Because the last fight between Weili and your
third round, and it was behind the kicks. He landed a lot of outside leg kicks through his wrists. He's throwing these kicks from the outside. Listen to this.
Very odd. Yeah, that's very odd. I've never seen that before. Good low kick by Izzy.
I mean, he can take a point, obviously, for...
And it could be to do that.
Yeah, I mean, this is a really hot...
How much credit do you give Robert Whitaker for going in there?
Shows you how crazy good Paulo Costa is.
Yes. In the open, he has not been able to really...
Man, he's not allowing himself to get caught up. Let's see a look at it here.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You're both doing it. Just try to keep your fingers closed when you're in close range.
Down.
was ineligible to win the title after missing weight. It's all in front of him here.
I mean, again, that right leg is really nasty looking. Look at it.
Checking those kicks if he's pressuring. If he's standing back, it's easier to check it.
Shot from Romero. Adesanya's takedown defense holds up to the side, the middleweight title.
Under that question mark kick, like he knew it was coming. Here's some of the action here. Look at these low kicks that are really chewing up that right leg of Yoel Romero. Now let's listen to this one in real time.
All right, fifth and final round.
He's winning. But I just got a text from one of my buddies at home and goes, Yoel's winning the fight. And I'm like,
he always seems like this. Like he just lulls you into a false sense of security.
Okay, so when you think about the judging of this fight, right?
It's hard to imagine that Yoel,
a slow pace.
But Izzy did a great job there of avoiding that takedown. And Yoel,
minutes to go here to try to dethrone Adesanya. Stools and
oh yeah.
You remember that time he wouldn't come back out against Khabib?
He needs a lot more than that, and not a lot of time to go. Oof.
So it looks like not much is going on, but look at the damage Yoel has taken.
Yeah. His hands in victory. So there it is, Israel Adesanya that go into it.
Well, it wasn't the best fight.
All right,
that's one punch by Yoel. Double jumping kick lands for Yoel. Damage on the legs of Yoel Romero. As we keep Izzy, and then he does a cartwheel. Yoel yells, throws a right.
Right? Nothing gigantic happened.
And
off to the judges' scorecards for decision. The judges score the contest. 48 champion of the world, Israel